So Alabama squeaks away a win against Georgia. They go into Athens. They get a big win. Kalen DeBoer survives another SEC battle, which typically what Alabama does, they beat Georgia, they get ramped up, play Georgia, and then they lose later in the season. Over the past couple of years, that's been the story. I really want to talk about first of all, Kalen DeBoer and his mindset. Um, when Kalen DeBoer was at Washington, he first of all, Kalen DeBoer never wanted Ryan Williams, right? He never wanted Ryan Williams to be the guy. He always wanted his guy to be Jeremy Bernard. Jeremy Bernard has more plays designed for him than Ryan Williams in this offense. And I told myself I should have posted this. If I'm Ryan, I think I may have. If I'm Ryan Williams, I'm transferring out this past summer. I'm getting out of Alabama. I'm getting out of Tuscaloosa because the offense isn't designed for him. Kalen DeBoer made it harder for Alabama to win the game, regardless of the drops. You don't take your best player out, right? Regardless, and you had to go back to him because he tied the team in lead for catches. Had a couple of huge catches. Like, it's a slip up. Now, I think there's small fundamental things you can work on to make sure the guys, squared away. But like your top receiver, you're neglecting him on purpose because of pride, and you got lucky. You beat Georgia with it, right? But when you took him out of the offense just started to flop, right? And this has been happening week over week. Alabama, when they beat Wisconsin, Jeremy Bernard had a brunt of the targets. Like, Kalen DeBoer's guy is Jeremy Bernard, right? Ryan Williams does less with less opportunities than Jeremy Bernard. Look at what happened when he got the ball at Wisconsin, right? What happened over the season was Ryan Williams was getting a lot of attention. He was the guy over the season, and I think it got to Kalen DeBoer. Like, he didn't like the fact that Ryan Williams was going to face the NCAA. He didn't like the fact that Ryan Williams was getting attention, right? But he designed so much. His design, like, if you look at the offense, Jeremy Bernard, who's pedestrian at best, right? Who I personally believe at best his league comparison would be Chris Godwin. But everything's designed for Jeremy Bernard, so he's going to do well. Is Jeremy Bernard a top receiver, I think, in the SEC? No. If you stack him up year over year, potential or production right now, with the attention he's getting, he's not a top guy in the SEC. But I understand, this is DeBoer's guy. So he's going to force feed him the ball for his offense. There's no reason why Jeremy Bernard should be getting many targets as he does. Ryan Williams is a guy who can find spots in the zone. He can win a one-on-one. You saw what happened on third down when Georgia went man coverage with them. Nobody on Alabama can get open. You take your best route runner out, right? Because and he made catches after as well. You take your best route runner out on third down consistently and expect to be successful on third down? What is wrong with Kalen DeBoer, right? He has a personal vendetta against Ryan Williams, and he wants to do it without Ryan Williams, but he needs him. Like, I don't think Alabama struggles with Vanderbilt, but they could. They could show with Missouri. They could show with Tennessee. You got South Carolina, LSU, Oklahoma. Like, you got fortune this year. You don't have to play Texas, right? But Alabama, like, Kalen DeBoer his pride is killing him, and it's perplexing to see why in the world did he take your best player out when you needed him the most. The receivers, Jeremy Bernard, he can't get open in a grass field. Isaiah Horton, I think, is a great long ball guy, great goal line guy, but him getting open man coverage, it didn't happen. And the rookie they brought in, I forgot what the freshman they brought in, he's not doing much either. So I'm really interested to see, like, what went on. Like, I understand they benched him, but to take him out when you needed him the most makes no sense. Like, you encouraged the guy. I'm not sure. This is a report on the previous week, right, when they beat Wisconsin. He didn't speak too much about his performance. When they asked him last week, he said, they asked Ryan Williams, they asked Kalen DeBoer about Ryan Williams last week after the big win in Wisconsin. He said he's just hungry to get back out there and do what he does. Right? It's almost like he doesn't want to give him any type of recognition because it goes away from him and it goes to Ryan Williams being the star. I mean, Ryan Williams is the star. Like, you got to give him the ball. But I personally felt he should have jumped ship last year. It's not going to get easier for Ryan Williams to get open in this offense. The offense isn't designed for him to be successful. He has to get it when he can. Now, if you do that, yeah, he could be successful, right? Kurt Hershby, he can watch football and commentate, but he doesn't know football, right? His scouting report on Ryan Williams not being able to catch across the middle, et cetera, is just flawed. Like, Ryan Williams can't catch across the middle. All the best ones. They said the same about Jamar Chase. All the best ones drop one here and there, right? But his production, and what he's capable of doing, when you give him the ball, you give him rhythm, he can be that guy. Jerry Bernard has to get open by play design. Ryan Williams is always open. When he throw that deep corner route to Isaiah Horton or to Jerry Bernard, they tried Jerry Bernard man coverage twice in the game, and he couldn't get open. So Kalen DeBoer has to peel his ego back and let Ryan Williams work. If he's not going to do that, this Alabama offense is not going to be as successful as it could be and be susceptible to losing games in the middle part of the season. I guarantee it. That's the biggest flaw. Jerry Bernard is not your guy. Ryan Williams is your guy.